Well, good morning, everybody. How are we today? It is breakfast with Beck time. And as you will see, I'm in a bit of a different location today. Let me just spin this around and hopefully you can see me. Let me know if you're joining me today. As I said, you are in a bit of a different location. We are down at Golden Beach right now. Don't look very beachy though, do I? Very chilly. Doesn't feel very beachy either. So just let me I'm on a smaller screen than I'm normally used to. So let me get things set up here so I can see your beautiful comments. Let me know if you're joining me so that I know that I am in the right spot at least, and hopefully everything's set up to work properly. That would be wonderful. Who have we got joining us? Let's see. Good morning, Megan. Good morning, Christine. How are we? Hey, Julie. Thanks for joining me. It's so good to know that I'm in the right spot and everything works all right. So that's great. I do need a big campfire, but unfortunately we've actually had to get up early this morning and drive so that I could get reception so I could come live for you guys this morning. So we've been up since about 6:30 this morning. We didn't have to drive too far, but it was just a matter of finding, that perfect spot for the reception just so that it would come through on the phone. And, yeah, but it is rather chilly. And thank goodness for my heated blanket, because then I actually stayed nice and cozy and warm all night. So I would have been a bit lost without that, I think, that's for sure. So, all right. So I'm going to point you down and we'll get started. So I brought along with me, as you know, when I come away in the caravan, I like to travel a little bit lighter than I probably would if I was in my studio at home. So I've brought along a few different accessories, including my mini Big Shot, because I can't go anywhere without die cutting something, right? Am I right? Yeah. So I brought along a kit to share with you today, and the kit is the new Pretty Party Kit. So this is the kit here. So we're going to do something with this today, but it's going to be a little bit different. So as you will see, I haven't done anything with this as yet because I've only just got the kit. So it will be a kind of like a Wing It Wednesday, but on a Saturday. So I'm going to point you down and show you what's in the kit, and then we will get started. Oh, yeah, Brady, he does that for me. He's good. And he's already made me breakfast this morning as well. He made me a bacon and egg roll this morning. So, and I've got my nice warm chai here this morning. So I'm living the dream, kind of. It could be a little bit warmer, though. So, all right, let me get you onto this screen here so I can point you down and get started. So, as you can see, we've got the Pretty Party Kit. It comes with a Cajun Craze little mini block. It comes with a block and some bling and some mini glue dots. Obviously, all the instructions that we need to make the cards. And then it gets this little stamp set as well called birthday wishes, congratulations, it's time to celebrate, and some balloons. We've got dimensionals, we've got envelopes, and they're all gold foiled envelopes. And then we've got these beautiful card bases. Let me grab all of this out for you. And it also comes with a little, part where you can actually put the stamp set when you're finished. So I always put the soft stuff there, and then I'll lay my stamp set back over the top of that so it doesn't get lost, right? All right, let me get rid of this box. We don't need that. All right, let me just check for some comments. Good morning, Glenda. How are you? Hey, Lynette. Hey, Deirdre. How you going? Thanks for joining me. Yeah, he is a bit of a keeper, Megan. I'll have to agree with you there. So, a bit handsy, though. All right, so we're going to have a look at these beautiful card bases. So we've got, how many have we? All these dimensionals as well, all these die cuts that come out of it. But we have these card bases here, and some more die cuts for sentiments, and then we have these one here. Now, straight away when I look at these, I'm like, you know what? These are definitely 2 card bases, 1, 2. And the same with all of them. I would all cut all of these up to make 2 lots of cards. So, although the kit says it makes 9, I will be making more than 9. I can assure you of that. You guys know me. You know that's what I do. So, I'm going to work with this one, I think, today. So, let's do that. So, we're going to grab our little trimmer. I'm just going to put these back in the box. I'm very limited to space here. I really need a bigger desk in my caravan. I need a bigger desk. Can you make me a bigger desk? And I will be using the Cajun Craze, but like I said a couple of weeks ago, I have this when I travel, and this is all the inks in our current range. So I won't open this one today because I already have a Cajun Craze out. But I always travel with these, and I'm just waiting on some new mini ink spots so I can then do all the new ink colours, all the ink colours here. I think this is a great way to travel, especially if you travel a lot and have all your inks ready to go in mini spots. And this is just one of those boxes that you can get from $2 shops and Kmart's and things like that as well. So, alright. So, I'm going to cut this down, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to cut it at, I'm going to go 10 centimeters. So it's going to be kind of like a Wing It Wednesday today. So just bear with me. And then I'm going to cut a bit off the top here. So I want to go, I'm thinking maybe 11. Now I did also bring the birthday stamp set as well. You know, the current balloon festoon, just in case I wanted some more images. But I'm going to try and work with just the stamp set that comes in the kit, which I've put down somewhere, and I don't know where I've put it already. Oh, here we go. Alright, so I'm thinking, yep, alright, we're going to do that. So I'm going to go maybe 11. We'll cut it down at 11. So I'm going to cut that at 11, like that. And we've got, so 11 by 10. Now, on the back of the instruction sheet here, it actually tells you what colours coordinate with the actual kit. So in this kit, we have Calypso Coral, Cajun Craze, Flirty Flamingo, Fresh Freesia, and Very Vanilla, and it says peach. Obviously, we don't have a peach-ish colour at the moment in our range, but I've brought all the other ones. So I need a card-based colour to go with this. I'm actually thinking maybe Flirty Flamingo, because we'll pull out a bit of that her pink balloon there. So I'm going to grab a Flirty Flamingo card base. So let me just grab, now you could just do a white card base if you wanted to, but because I've got the cardstock here, I'm going to grab a Flirty Flamingo, and I'm just going to cut a normal card base. So I'm going to go 14.9, and I'm going to score it at 10.5. It is going to be a bit of a fancy font though. So I'm going to go 10.5 like so. And then I want to cut enough off of this. So I've got 11 centimeters here. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to cut, I want 11, I want half, so I want 12 centimeters. So I'm going to trim this down to 12 centimeters. I'm going to take 12 centimeters off the top here like so. And I'm just going to trim that down there like that. Alright, so then that's my card front, and then that should sit in there nicely with some borders happening. Yep, beautiful. And then this little piece here, I'm going to just score at like 1 centimeter. So, like that. Like so. Alright. So, what we're going to do, now my blade, I obviously need a new blade. So what I do carry with me is a bag full of goodies. I don't know if you guys have got a bag full of goodies, but I have a bag full of goodies. And in that bag, I have all of my tools. It's just an old makeup bag. And I can take some photos and share it with you a little bit later on. But in that, I know if I grab that when I'm going to an event or something like that, I know that all of my tools that I need are in here. Now this is just a bit of a sanding block that I've, a nail file that I've actually attached with some foam and put onto one of our old timber blocks. So, and I've created like a mini sanding block that can go in my portable kit. So everything's tiny that's in my kit, right? Let me just grab and have a look at some comments. Who have we got? Denise, good morning, Denise. I've done this with my spots now. Much better the idea than just having a single one. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it heaps better? Julie? Good morning, Bev. How are you? Hey, Sherry. How are you going? Good morning, Amanda. Hey, Linda. All right. So we're going to go like that and we're going to go like this. So that's going to be on the front there. Now this piece here, I'm going to glue up here like that. And I'm going to put this one on here like that. So it's going to come down over the top of the stamp here. But this one here, I'm going to put underneath here like that. So it kind of looks like my card's, you know, coming up. So we're going to go like that, and like that. So it kind of looks like there's a little bit of a split in the card. Right? Have we got that? All right. So let's just glue all of that down. Let me grab my little glue here. All right. So we're going to glue this one down. And obviously we can do whatever we like with these kits, right? They're our kits. We can change them up and whatnot. And I think that when you change them up, you're going to get extra looks from your kit, hey? All right. So we're going to glue that one down first. So he's just going to sit roughly centered. You guys know me. I'm a lazy crafter. I'm not going to measure anything, but I'm roughly centering that up the top, and I'm sticking it flush with the top of my card here like that. And then I'm going to glue this one over the top of that with a border at the top and the bottom. Okay. So then, okay, and then I'm going to get a bit of white. So we'll grab some white because I always travel with extra white cardstock. Never leave home without it. Should really say that. Should be like, never leave home without it. Yes, we've left Enid at home. He's the cat sitter. Lukey didn't even want to stay with him. Lukey said, "No, I'm going to Nan's. I know I get fed at Nan's, so I'm going to Nan's." So he didn't even want to stay with Eden. All right, so we're going to cut this down. We're going to go 10 centimeters, and we'll just make this 11 as well. So it's the same as the one on the front. So 11. Like so. And then we're going to just stick that down on the inside there, like that. And I might even grab a little gap in there, like that. But we want to stamp on that first, right? So we're going to stamp our little balloons here. And then grab that in. Now this is a new balloon. Oh, you know what I didn't do before I started? I didn't wet my chamois. Goodness me. Ooh. You know what? This is going to be a bit of an issue. I don't even have my chamois. I must have taken it out. Goodness me. I thought it was in this little pouch here, but it's not. All right. Kitchen sink to the rescue. Just hold the line, caller. Let me just grab the cloth from the kitchen sink here. She'll be right, won't it? Isn't that what we do? We compromise. Unless I put it in another pouch there. No. I don't know what I've done with that. Maybe I needed to use it at home for something. Putting a jumper on the goat. Yeah, well, that's not going to happen, Megan. All right, so this is a new stamp set, so I'm just going to condition it. Now, if you haven't seen this before, when you get new photopolymer stamp sets, it's always best to condition them. You just run them over your skin, and then you just give them a bit of a clean here. I'm using my stainless steel cloth that I use here in the caravan, but that's all right. And then I'm going to get my Cajun Craze ink spot out, and we're just going to ink that up there. Pressed a bit too hard, but that's all right. And we'll just pop some balloons down the bottom there, like that. It's very juicy. I must have re-inked that. I'm just going to lay that down and get rid of that because that's very, very juicy ink pad. All right, and then we're just going to pop a bit of glue on the back here. And we're going to make that a nice little border on the top there, like so. Then we're going to go like that, and then this comes over the top here. Now you might be wondering, well, what are you going to do with that bit? Well, I'll show you what we're going to do with that bit. So I did bring also brought my stitched stylish shapes dies. Now, if you don't have these, you really need to get on board because they're the best dies ever. I use them all the time. As you can see, they never go back to the same spot. And then I'm going to grab that one there and pop that on there. Now, I could, if I wanted to, and I might even, what do you think? You let me know in the comments. Let me know. Adapt and overcome. That's right, Jules. We've got to make it work, don't we? All right, let me know. What do you think? Should I do a circle or should I do, now I'm limited to what I can fit through my mini machine here because obviously I can't fit the big ones, or should I do a big balloon? In saying that though, I don't have any ribbon to put on the edge of my balloon. So I might, and I've only got the little paper strings, which I don't think will look any good. But I'll let you guys decide. Should I use the balloon or should I use the circle and stamp my balloons onto the circle? What do you think? I'm kind of liking my circle idea, but I'll let you guys decide. Let me see the comments. We've got balloon, circle, balloon, circle. So we've got 2 for balloon, 3 for balloon. I want me to use the balloon. All right, balloon it is. We'll use the balloon. Majority wins. Maura said circle. I'm with you, Maura. I reckon the circle would have looked all right too. But the majority wins, so everybody says balloon. We'll use the balloon. All right, so then, we might cut the balloon out of some white cardstock. So here's some I prepared earlier because I'll have to trim that down to make it go through my machine here. Now let me just clean off my stamp with my now new chamois that goes in there like it here. Circle with the, see Evelyn said circle with the balloons. Ruth says circle, circle, circle. Oh, now you've all changed your mind to circle. I've got an idea. Hold the line, caller. I'm going to compromise. We're going to do both. I'm going to put these away just for the minute. I'm going to use the circle. And then I'm going to get a smaller balloon. Let's go the smaller balloon here. Actually, we'll use this one here. And we'll use that. All right. Let's see what this comes out like. Let's just have a look. I don't know. As I said, it's kind of like a Wing It Wednesday, but on a Saturday. Now, I do need to chop this down because this won't fit through my machine. So I'm going to go, what have we got here? We'll go 9 centimetres. I think 9 centimetres will fit through the machine because it's only the teeny tiny one. So let's just rip this down to 9. Will that go through? Yes. All right, so we'll die cut that out. My mini machine here. Now, fingers crossed, I brought all the plates that I need for the machine. It's not one that I use very often, obviously, because I'm at home in the studio and I use the bigger one all the time. But anyway, we've got the mini one and it's all happening. They're great to take away in the van because they obviously take up less space. Now, the table will wobble. I apologise, but it will wobble. All right, we're going to run that through like that. All right, hope I didn't make you too seasick with the wobbles and the table. And then we're going to punch that out. And then I think I'm going to pop that in my little tray. See, I've got my little fold down tray, my magnetic tray that I can't lose my dies in. So we've got that happening. Then I think if we grab a bit of, I even bought my scraps with me. Look, I even bought my scrappy bags with me. See? Never leave home without it. Maybe I could find that. This will be all right. And then we will die cut this balloon from here. So I think it's really good at the moment that they've brought out this balloon one because it matches perfectly with our balloon, the balloon festoon stamp set and bundle. So really, really good. All right. I'm going to die cut that balloon out there. pull that out. I am working in a very limited space here, guys. It's very, very tiny. All right, now I think that that's all we need for die cutting for the minute, so I'll put that aside. And then we'll grab our balloon back. And I think, will we stamp it? I'll use the Cajun Craze. You have 2 minis. Oh, yeah, I have a few too, Megan, just in case I need them for classes. I'm just catching up. Hold up all the circles. Yeah, I know, right, Megan? All the circles are coming in. Delayed reaction from Facebook, as per normal. All right, so we're going to just stamp this down here. I'm not going to press as hard this time with our Cajun Craze ink. Now, I will make one suggestion. When you're taking the covers off, if you take the covers off, and I'll see if I can find one that I've done. I don't know if there's one here. Oh, this one might work. See, if you don't actually cut one side, oh God, I'm going to get ink everywhere now. If you don't actually cut one side of the white wrapper that comes with it, you can actually use that as a handle and you don't lose the lid. See, whereas my Cajun Craze, this one, the lids come off. So if you get these little spots in your kits, I suggest just slicing one side and leaving that as a hinge. So then you've got that there as like a little handle as well. Just gives you a bit more to hold on to when you're using the inks. So, all right. So we're just gonna stamp. What will I do? I'm gonna go like this, and then well, it's only a little stamp. We'll go like that. And like that. And we'll do one here. So I'm just going to stamp these balloons all over this. Like that. That looks actually really good. And like that. See, I'm just as shocked as you guys are. See? That's because I'm winging it. Alright. We'll do that. And then that is going to attach to our little strip that we pulled off the front there. So that we're going to attach that to there like that. So put a bit of glue just on this panel here, like that. And then that one, now I've got a blending brush here, but it's got green ink on it. If I had a blending brush, I would probably, you know what, let's give it a crack. I'm going to grab out my Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to show you a little, well, if I can get it out. My fingernails don't want to work. Open it up. And I'm going to ink around the edges. See that? And that's going to give me the illusion that I've got yet another little bit of layer of card underneath that. And it gives it that kind of grungy look as well. So if you don't have a blending brush, you can ink around the edges. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me pull it up for you there. I've just sort of roughly gone around the edges with it. So there we go. And then we're going to pop this down here like that. Nice and scented would look good, Beck. Like that there. Okay, so that sort of becomes like, one of those old-fashioned stop signs, stop-go signs. And then I think I'm going to pop this on here like that. And, well, I'm going to go birthday wishes, I think. Actually, can I fit? No, it's not going to fit on there. I might have to go back to my other stamp. I think the balloon needs a bit of something on it. So let's grab some streamers, because there's lots of stuff happening here. So I'm just going to grab some streamers here. One of my little blocks from inside the thing there. Now, it does come with a block, this stamp set, but I'm using just my blocks just so I don't have to open that one. And then I'm going to grab my Fresh Freesia ink. Now, this little stamp is from the Balloon Festoon dies, so you can actually mix and match and mingle the two together. So we're just going to put a bit of a decoration on that. And then I'll use my little ink spot again and go around the edge, just to give it that little bit of a darker shimmer. around the edge there. So we compromise, don't we? We find ways and means to make everything work. And then my birthday wishes, we're going to stamp down onto. So I'm just going to line them up on my grid paper here. And I'm going to stamp them onto one of the banners that come with it. They're all sticky because they're brand new. If you know what I mean. They like to stick to everything. Alright, so go like that. And then I'm going to line that up on my block. So this is one of my blocks that I've actually made, or I've engraved a cross onto it. So I don't know if you can see that on the block. I've actually got a cross here that I've engraved so I can actually have nice straight words when I'm traveling. It's always good to have straight words. Alright, let's get one of those banners that come with the kit. One of those die cuts. Let's just find one of those die cuts here. Which one will we use? Kind of like that one, but I think I have to do it on two separate ones, do I? Go like that, and then like that. I think I have to do that. Let's see, what do the instructions tell you to do? That might be good. Oh, yes, that's what it does. It tells me that that's what to do. All right, so I'm going to take that one off. Put that one there. Get my Cajun Craze ink back again. Stamp my birthday up. And then we're going to stamp birthday on here. Like that. It's very juicy, that one. And then I will stamp my wishes on the other one. Birthday wishes. Like so. And then we will stick them down. Alright, we'll get our dimensionals, if I can find where I put them. Here they are. And always bring my take my pick tool because, you know, never leave home without it. Alright, so I'm going to go birthday wishes like that. And then I'm going to put the little balloon over here like that. Might have to drop him down a bit, but that's alright. We'll stick some of these on here. 1, 2. I'm going to go up here. Like that. And then got my little, see, never leave home without them. Birthday wishes. Just like that. And then we'll stick some dimensionals on here. Like that. Actually, I should have stuck some dimensionals under here because that's going to take the weight of the balloon too. So we'll just pop some under there, ready to go. Like that. And then we'll pop those off. And then we will put our little balloon on there. And there we go. See, so now that lifts up. And then you open the card up like that. How cool is that? Bit of a fancy fold using the birthday wishes, or the, what is it? The pretty party kit. All right, let me get some of that bling out. So what do you think? Do you like my, what do I call it? My upcycle. Upcycle of the kit. Well, that's what we should call them when we change them up. Upcycling. We're upcycling. And then I might go, I'm going to stick that one on the balloon, I think. There, like that. There we go. And there you go. How's that, hey? Bit of a fancy fold for a Saturday morning in the caravan. So there you go. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. and it encourages you to get back on and do some crafting this weekend. As for me, we're going to explore the countryside a little bit. I think he wants to head up to Omeo, and I did read somewhere that it was snowing up there, so you know me and the cold. It's not really what I'm looking forward to. But anyway, at the moment we're at Golden Beach and the sun is out, but it is very cold and very chilly. So we will do some exploring, and I will fill you all in on what our weekend brings out of it. But yeah, if you want to order one of these pretty party kits, you can do so on my online store. If you also want to order the Balloon Festoon bundle, which comes with stamps and dies, it is $88, and you can order that at my online store as well. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me today. Like I said, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here every weekend, and I certainly wouldn't be in here when I'm away in the caravan, traveling all over the countryside. So I really do appreciate each and every one of you that jump on board and watch me craft. All right, guys, have a great weekend. And if you do make any of these cards, please go and share them over in the Craft with Bet group. And if you're not in that group, just jump over and answer a few questions. And don't forget to order your PPs. Your PPs. What is PPs, Megan? Anyway, have a great weekend, guys, and I will see you all on Wednesday night for Wing It Wednesday. If not, I'll see you back here for Breakfast with Beck next Saturday morning. All right, guys, have fun. Bye.